and you're watching Talented Television with Kimberly Eichelle.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Talented Television. I am your host, Kimberly Eichelle. I know it's been a minute, but I am so excited to be back with you. So first, let me give you some good news. All of you that have subscribed on YouTube, thank you so much. But I got some big news. Guess what? Talented Television is now on the Church Stars Network. That's great news. And I have one of my Church Star friends here today. You all are certainly in for a treat. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. Welcome, Mr. Larry Rodgers. What's up, Larry?
Hey, we froze up for a minute there. You was like the mannequin challenge.
I was like, How's it going over there?
We good out here on the West Coast. We doing it the most. You know how it is out here in Southern California. It's hot. I don't care if you got the air on, the air off. It's just hot. Even though we sit on top of water, it's still hot. But I know it's hot in Vegas where you at.
Look, it's super hot.
I can imagine. I know every time I come out there, boy, I be like, woo.
Yeah, it's
fine. I don't know hey, they say hell hot, but I don't know. Vegas got Vegas.
I tell you what, I don't want to go to find out, okay?
Hey, me neither.
Exactly. So, Larry, I know that you are originally from St. Louis, Missouri, right?
Show me state.
The show me state. Yeah, right. That's why you be showing the people stuff, right? So tell me, what was it like growing up as Larry Rodgers in St. Louis?
Man, it was awesome. I come from a beautiful, beautiful family. All my uncles, my great uncles, only had one aunt, and then I had a plethora of great aunts, but my mom only had one sister. And my uncles, my great uncles, the Rodgers family, it's just an honor to be from that family because they all were hardworking people, blue collar, white collar people. I think my mother's children were the only ones really into the entertainment side, but that came from her dad's side. My grandfather, Joseph Genius, who's originally from St. Louis, but back in the 50s, I believe, he moved his parents and his siblings out here to Los Angeles, California, and everybody on my grandfather's side, they all are entertainers. I have an aunt, Kim, her name's Kim Johnson. She was in movies with Jerry Lewis. I mean, she go way back. And then my cousin, Wesley, Jonathan, he's the sweetness off the movie Roll Bounce with Lil Bow Wow. My cousin, Larry Williams, he was on Bustin' Loose, the remake of the movie that Richard Pryor did, but they turned it into a TV show with Jimmy Walker from Good Times. And my cousin, Larry Williams, starred on that. I got my cousin, Crystal. She's been on all kind of movies, Fresh Prince and stuff like that. And of course, my mom, of course, my mom and my dad, they started it for me. My mom, Venus, and my dad, Alfonso, they started it in St. Louis. They were in a band together. That's how they met. And, I guess they say the apple don't fall too far from the tree. And then last but not least, my brother, I have two brothers. I think my brother, Apostle Melvin, he's the third child. And he was on Saved by the Bell, the new class. He was the first African-American that starred on the spinoff of Saved by the Bell. They made the spinoff for the young man that just passed not too long ago, Screech, Dustin. They made it for him. And so my brother was the first African-American to play on that. And along with Bianca Lawson, the young lady that's on Queen Sugar. And so my brother, Apostle Melvin Lyons, he's an apostle here in Long Beach, California, pastor and all around the world, just released a new book called Against All Odds. I made it. So check that out on Amazon and all the digital book platforms. So it just runs in the family, but I give all.
Is in your family, indeed. Yeah. I love that. I love that.
I got uncles, and the musicians. My uncle, I call him my Uncle Dad, Larry O. Williams. He's an awesome saxophone player, play all around the country. He's from St. Louis, but lives in Los Angeles as well. So the list just goes on and on. I don't want to leave nobody out, but just a lot of the entertainment stuff started even before I came into this world. So I'm just honored and grateful to God that he gifted me with the gifts of talent as well. And of course, now my son, Langston Rodgers, he's been in a couple of independent films and got 4 major national commercials out there. And done web series and all that. So I'm so proud of him. We call him Boogie. And so along with him, and then my queen, my wife, Paris Rodgers, she, he get it both ways. Like I got it from my parents because my wife, she's a what they call a thespian, and stage plays at her school here in Los Angeles when she was in high school. A lot of her friends, they did a lot of great plays. And my wife, what a lot of people don't know about my wife, Paris, A.K.A. Peaches, she is the first. I want to say this. My wife is the first national female Christian rap artist.
Wow.
And she don't get the credit that she deserves. She did a cameo on a friend of her album, this guy named Reggie Red. He was the quadriplegic guy that played in the movie Boys in the Hood.
Okay.
He was in the wheelchair, the guy that played in the wheelchair on Boys in the Hood.
Right.
Him and my wife are friends, and he had a record deal with the Christian record label Word Records, and he featured my wife on a song. So even though I do the Christian rap and singing, I tease her, you was the first one to go major with it.
All right. So shout out to Peaches over there doing her thing. I'm gonna have to get the Peaches and the Rev, because I love to rap too. They used to call me KB back in the day.
So you not like Rev, you got a hot 16. Rev got a hot 16 bars. Rev got soap bars.
Exactly. We got to keep them tucked away, you know?
Right.
So tell me, were you that kid in the classroom that was kind of cutting up, had all the jokes, or were you quiet and then just popped out of nowhere?
No, I was that kid. But I wasn't cutting up like in a disruptive way. I mean, my teacher and everybody, they wanted me to crack jokes. I kept it going. You know, teachers are underrated.
Yeah.
Teachers should make the type of money that celebrities make. And actors and rappers.
Absolutely.
I think teachers should get that type of salary, that type of love, that type of red carpet treatment. They just are underrated. So shout out to all the teachers around the world. Love you, love you, love you.
Indeed.
Because I see how hard it is. My wife right now to this day, we homeschool our son, and we've been doing that way before the pandemic hit. And it's not easy. It's a lot of work. But yeah, my teacher wanted me to keep the class going, and because it made her job easier, so she would let me come up and have like my own I don't want to say 30 minutes, but like 15 minutes and just telling jokes.
You was getting sets in elementary. You was getting a set in elementary, huh?
Yeah. So I kept everybody laughing. In the cafeteria, I kept the lunch lady laughing. I would get extra chocolate milk.
Oh, there you go. You was coming up.
Hey, I use my gifts and talents to my advantage.
I know that's right. Yeah. So do you remember one of your first jokes?
No, because I really don't. I'm not like a knock, write them down type. They just flow. They just flow. And I'm more of a, I feed off the crowd.
Got you.
So I'll find stuff that's going on within the classroom and things of that nature, and just kind of go from there. But what I won't do is I don't have malicious, offensive comedy. Right. I'm gonna laugh with you. I'm gonna talk with you and not about you. That's the type of comedy that I choose to share with the world. And so I have people that get mad, like if I don't say a joke about it, they're like, "Come on, man, say something to me, Larry. Come on, go." That's how it used to be. And that's even followed me over into Christianity, like even in the church. Like when I go and do Rev Ruffus with the Golden Toothfess, people like, if I don't, spray them, with the Jubilee juice activated, they come running up to me. They grab the bottle like, spray me.
They want that comedy anointing to fall on them.
They want them drips.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, I know you know this song. You probably sang it. Let some drops.
Yeah. Fall.
All on me. Yeah, so they be want some drops, so whatever.
So initially, I read that your wife was the one that kind of wanted you to enter into like a comedy show, I believe it was. So tell me what happened on the stage that day that made you say, this is just it. This is it for me.
Well, like I said, all my life growing up, everybody told me how hilarious I was and I should do comedy. But, because I'm from St. Louis where we got Cedric the Entertainer, and he grew up with my uncle. So I knew Ced. So I've been around comedians and they would tell me to do it, but I didn't want to do that because I love to sing and dance. So my goal was to be the next Michael Jackson, just keep it 100. So I pursued music like really hard. So when I left high school, I threw a going away party and I moved out here to California and I said, I'm not coming back till I make it. So in the midst of all that, knowing and hearing people saying I should do comedy, I was just like, I just don't want to do that. And even when I was with MC Hammer, they was like, look, you can still do the music stuff, but we want you to do comedy too. And I was like, nah, I'll just make everybody laugh on a tour bus or on a private plane and just have fun like that. Right. And then I became friends with 1991, I met Chris Tucker. And then me and Chris Tucker became friends. And he was like, man, you can do this too. And he was telling me, only thing he had done at the time was Def Comedy Jam. And he was telling me, I'm getting ready to do this movie called Friday with Ice Cube, but I didn't believe him at the time.
Yeah. And now it's a classic, okay?
And now it's a classic. And now every time he see me, he makes sure he remind me that I didn't.
He like, I told you.
Yeah, like I told you, yeah. So but that told me though. That told me don't doubt people. You never know. Right. You never know. The Bible tell you, be careful who you entertain, because sometimes we entertain angels unaware.
Absolutely.
So fast forward, my wife, we've been married going on 22 years, come the 28th of this month, matter of fact, August 28th, it'll be 22 years.
Wow.
And so I've been trying my best to keep her laughing and not crying. I think I'm doing pretty good so far. We get some tears in every now and then, but I got more laughter than tears. And if they are tears, they be tears of joy. So she was like, look, before we leave here and go to heaven, you got to do one comedy show for me. So I said, man, okay, her birthday was coming up. So I said, this would be a good gift for her birthday. So I said, let me do it. So we went, we made the flyers and put them out. And so we did it at my dad's church, my adopted dad's church, Bishop Elmer Rice in St. Louis, Missouri, True Witness Christian Center. So we did it. And I was in the back, and the people, how people be on CPT time, you know that. So I'm steady looking out like, ain't nobody gonna come to this thing. I'm getting mad, I'm getting frustrated. I'm ready to just say quit. And I literally told my wife, I said, go out there and cancel. Ain't nobody coming. When she went out, it was packed. She came back in the office and told me, she said, no, I don't think you want to cancel this. I said, what you mean? Ain't nobody here. She said, come here. I looked out there, it wasn't a seat in the house.
Wow.
So I go out there and I do my thing. And from that one event that wasn't intended on being nothing regular, it was just a birthday gift to my wife. That one event turned into what you got now, Rev Ruffus Wit, the Golden Toothfess. Because from that night, I got like 3 bookings from people asking me to come do something at their church or senior citizen home or whatever.
Right.
And, the Rev Ruffus character came to me one day. I was just sitting in the Holy Spirit. The Lord gave me his character. And I told my wife, I said, I need you to order me some teeth. And I want one of the, I said, I want to be the ugliest teeth you've ever seen. And I said, I want one and just have a gold tooth on it.
Uh-huh.
And then I said, I want a Jerry curl. And so, because back in the day, I had a Jerry curl, back in the day.
And I did too. I had it cut to the side,
I knew you could have been my sister. I knew it. But I met you and your mom in Vegas. I knew it was something about you.
Right.
I can still smell that Activate on you. That's what it was.
I'm letting my soul glow still, okay?
Yeah, I can still smell that glow on you. You was glowing like Bruce Leroy.
You are so silly. There it is. I'm telling you. Too funny.
So we did that, and then we got the wig. Now I started preaching in '97 as a ordained minister. So my wife brought me a robe, but unbeknownst to us, it was a bishop's robe, and we didn't even know it. And now it makes sense because it cost so much money. So we found that out many years later. So I took that robe, the curl, the teeth, and then all of a sudden, Kim, I tell you, I just heard it. The Holy Spirit said, "It's Rev Ruffus with the Golden Toothfess." And I was like, where did that come from? And I knew it wasn't nothing but God. And so every time we would record videos, my son recorded a lot of those videos, and he was only like probably about 6 years old at the time. And I just kept saying that, and it just took off and went viral. And it's right when I met you. Mm-hmm. Was that the same year? Yeah, it was the Stellar War. Yeah, I think that was the Stellar War week I met you.
Right.
I came to Vegas. God told me to come to Stellar Wars, and I went to every showcase. And I'm telling you, it was pandemonium every time I would go to a showcase. People would try to call me on stage, the host, and I was like, no, I'm just here to support. I'm just here to support. And the only event that I was registered to do was with my good dear friend, one of my mentors, Emery Marshall from The Right Marketing. And that's when I met you and your mama.
Yeah.
At the conference at Guy's house. You know, so Dr. Marvinetta and all them.
Absolutely.
And, all my dear friends over there. It just took off from there. So to God be the glory, and my queen, my good thing, my wife Paris Rodgers, A.K.A. Peaches. And my son, Langston Rodgers, Rev Ruffus Jr. the second. We just running with this thing, you know, because like I said, I'm a writer. I've been writing since I was 12 years old. And my biggest dream was to be the Michael Jackson or be a great author like Alex Haley or somebody.
So this is definitely not new for you. Entertainment is not new. Reverend Ruffus was born from the Holy Spirit, but entertainment is also in your blood. So God kind of took those gifts and you've been moving forward with them. But comedy is not the only thing you do. You sing, you rap, you dance, you write, you do all of these things. So tell me some of the people that you...
I'm Jamaican.
Yeah. I know that's the right work, okay? Because they work hard.
And Latino. Can you tell? Look at the hair.
Look at it. Just smooth over there.
El Pollo Taco Bell.
I cannot with you. Yes, indeed. So tell me some of the people that you have had the opportunity to work with and some of the stages that you've shared. I know there was a big one that I want to talk about, but it's been a lot of people that you've been with. So let's talk about that some.
Man, okay. This is a story from the genesis of it. When I was about 5, my mom took me to see her favorite female singer of all time, the boss herself, Miss Diana Ross.
All right.
In St. Louis, Missouri. That was back in the 70s. It had to be about 76.
Wow.
I was dancing, you know when they have intermission, they play music. So I just started dancing. At the time I had real long hair and my hair was in a ponytail. So I was dancing and all the people started throwing me money. And I was like, whoa. But I was too young to really understand, but I knew what money was.
Right.
So I'm dancing and dancing and dancing. They just steady throwing money. And I guess Miss Ross heard all the commotion and she came on stage and looked out and was like, what's going on? And so I guess the security people would have said, must be something, you know, and she told them to go get what's ever going on up there. They could tell it was a person. They know it was an adult or a kid. She said, go get them and bring them down front. We was in nosebleed seats. They came up there, got us, took us down and took us backstage. I got to meet her. My mom met her, almost passed out.
Oh my goodness.
And she did the exact same thing that MC Hammer did for my little brother. She said, I'm gonna bring you on stage to dance on one of my songs. And she brought me out to the song, I'm Coming Out.
Hey.
I want the world to know. Man, you know that. So that's been my favorite song forever.
I know that's right.
So you know,
that started my whole career.
So you know when Diddy them did, I was kind of jealous a little bit. I was like, I should have did that.
You should have been in it.
Yeah. And I knew Diddy at the time when they did that too. So
wow.
It started with her, and then it just grew from there. And so to fast forward, 1988, I left St. Louis. I moved to the Bay Area, Oakland, California. That's when I met my wife at UC Berkeley. She was a freshman. I was a struggling entertainer trying to make it in show business. And I used to do all the talent shows throughout the city. And one of Hammer's dancers, this gentleman by the name of X, real name is Steve Reamer. He was from a group called Ho Frat Ho. He saw me on a local public access show. And you know how I feel about those shows. That's why I always get on you. Right. Don't despise nothing because you know who's watching. You don't know who's watching.
You never know.
Hammer, unbeknownst to me, Hammer and them were trying to find me for like 6 months. Every time they would come to a party, they'll come in, I'll be just leaving. And once I finally got with Hammer, you know, I could tell more of that story, but once I got with Hammer, the rest was history. I started meeting everybody I ever dreamed to meet. I met Michael Jackson, but he was in disguise. I met Janet And she was on stage, on side stage. You know, I danced my heart out that night.
I know that's right. You was like,
oh boy, I like, I'm tearing it up. I tease my wife all the time. Hey, I always tell my son, I say, you know, Janet could have been your mama now.
Exactly.
Hey, come on now. Shoot. I didn't know I could have shot my shot back then. I didn't know.
That's when she was Miss Jackson too, you know.
Right. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? She wasn't Penny from Good Times.
Okay, yeah, she had moved on up. I'm telling you, Janet was doing her thing. That's when she had the key on her earring and stuff like that.
Everything. Hey, that's funny because me and my wife, that's one of the things me and my wife parents had in common. We both Michael Jackson fanatics, but my wife is also a Janet Jackson fanatic as well as me loving Janet too. So I'm like, man, we just got too much in common. Now our son, he started singing Michael Jackson. He's like 4. So
wow,
being with Hammer was the best thing that ever happened to me for his entertainment. I wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world. I love him, his beautiful wife Stephanie, and all their family. They have been a tremendous blessing to me and my family. Hammer adopted my little brother as his godson. My little brother's the little boy in the video too, Legit to Quit, that's dancing next to Hammer. That's Apostle. That's the one who's the apostle now, who's the pastor, my brother, Apostle Melvin. And he lived in that $20 million house with them. He went to private school in a limousine every day with Hammer daughter at the time. They only had one child at the time, Akiva. And Stephanie Burrell is like my brother's second mother. Hammer is his goddad, of course. And they allowed me to be able to take care of my family in a way that I only dreamed of. Wow. I toured the world. I've stayed at some of the finest hotels, from the Plaza to the Waldorf Astoria, 5-star hotels. And to answer your question, with all the people, I toured Boys II Men, Jodeci, Envo, After 7, Troop, who else? Miss Chalet, Oaktown's 357, wow. Special Generation, Whole Frat Hole, BNGB.
You said BNGB. That was my girl. When I was in middle school, I thought I was BNGB. I was like, girls from all around came to get down with the Hammer.
Right. Hey, that the AGB is underrated. She is one of the best to ever do it.
Man, she's good. I'm telling you, me and my friends loved her.
Singing wise, she's one of the best to ever do it. And from a rap perspective, female rap group perspective, Oaktown's 357 are the originators and one of the best to do it. They right there with Salt and Pepper. They don't get the credit they deserve.
They don't.
But until the day I die, they give my props because they gave me my first job, because I started dancing with them first. And then I did so good with them that Hammer got a little jealous, I guess. Was like, look, you got to dance with me too. So I used to open up the show with them, close the show with Hammer. Then in 1991 on the Soul Train Music Awards here in Los Angeles, California, Hammer appointed me to be the hype man. So that means I stopped dancing, and I just started rapping and hyping him up. And I toured the overseas with him doing that in Tokyo, Japan, in front of 90,000 people at the Tokyo Dome 4 nights. And so I performed at some of the greatest arenas: Madison Square Garden, Radio City Music Hall, the Great Western Forum here in Los Angeles.
Wow. Larry, you've been doing your thing. You've been doing your thing. I'm telling you, like Oaktown 357, it was up there. Like, because I grew up in Washington State, right? So still not too far from California. So I was getting all y'all music, and Hammer was huge, of course. So wow. I love this. This is good to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's so much more to come. I mean, the story really hasn't been told in regards to that. And I really don't talk about my past a lot. So a lot of people don't know the stuff I've done. And it's not that I'm ashamed or embarrassed of it. As you can tell, I love it. Like I said, it allowed me to take care of my family and my extended family in ways that I only could dream of. You know, I went from 0 to 100, literally seemed like overnight. And to this day, Hammer is still my big bro. We talk. If I ever need him for anything, he's there. When I did my youth conference, when I moved back to St. Louis from Los Angeles in '99, he came pro bono and did a free youth conference at my church there, Greater Pentecostal, where the bishop is Bishop Terancy Coleman and prophetess Sheila Coleman. He came there free of charge, and to this day, St. Louis still talk about it. And when I got with Hammer, I was like the first person in a long time from St. Louis, Missouri to make it in the entertainment industry. Way before the Nellies and the Cedric Entertainers and all the other people, it was your boy. And when I made it, I came back to St. Louis and I pulled in so many people with that got a chance to tour the world with Hammer and been in all kind of movies now with and videos with Michael Jackson and Missy Elliott and all that. And that's just the way I was raised. My grandmother, Ophia Rodgers, and my mom, Venus, raised me that way. And my great-grandmother, Mamie Rodgers, they raised me that way to be generous and to be a giver. I never felt like you should. I always felt like if you bless, and this be even before I became a born-again Christian in 1995, I always grew up in church and holiness all my life, but I didn't surrender my life to Christ until 95. But I always knew the word of God, and it says it's better to give than to receive, and you reap what you sow. And I have a saying as a pastor now at our church, Forward Christian Church, we say, you're blessed to be a blessing. And
Absolutely.
So if I have it, now I don't do this with everybody because everybody, God don't want you cash.
Because you can't do it with everybody.
Yeah, God don't want you cashing your pearls to swine. But when God tell me to sow into somebody's life, that's what I'm going to do. So Hollywood is like this. Even though all these people I'm naming with you, I tour with and all that, we know each other. And when we were doing our thing, we had close bonds, Right. I forgot, I left out TLC. TLC.
Wow.
Man, who else? Man, I mean, you got the bio there, don't you? Read that bio.
Okay.
I'm 50 years old now. Come on now. I'm 50. Yeah, I just turned. I just, how they say, charge to my head, not my heart. I just turned 50 in May.
Yeah.
And, so I don't remember because I've met so many people, but one of the main people that, other than Hammer, that was instrumental in my life is the late, great founder of gangster rap, Eric Eazy-E Wright. That was my god brother. He the first one to discover me in St. Louis at the Animal House. And he offered to fly me to Compton. I came out here, and that's when I met, like when you see that movie and in that house and the DJ and all that little house, that's real. I came out here to Compton. My uncle Larry Williams took me out to Compton, and I went and hung out with Eazy and them, and he offered me a record deal, and when Michelle A, but it fell through. But then when Michelle A came on tour with Hammer, we reconnected. And that, I'm telling you, that was my brother. So when he passed, that really hurt me to the core. And then another great that we lost that I met at the beginning of his career before he started doing the whole real gangster stuff. And that's the late, great Tupac Shakur.
You have an extensive history. I mean, there's been so much. And there are so many layers to you. And I want to publicly say thank you to you because you have already been a blessing to my life. Just everything that I've been kind of going through lately and trying to recharge and all of that. I thank you for opening the door to help me even get to my new network. So thank you. That means everything to me. And I'm like you. I'm one that does not forget where I come from, and I don't forget those who have helped me on the way. So publicly, Larry Rodgers, Rev Ruffus with the Golden Toothfess, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you, sweetheart. You're a sweetheart. And I knew it from the moment I met you and your mother. At the church at the Right Marketing Conference. You guys were sitting off in the cut. And of course, I don't know if I wasn't in character, but it was after the conference. And I came and you just walked up to me and you started talking. And then I could just tell from your spirit and your mom too, y'all some of the sweetest people. And I said, no, they can't be from out here. They too sweet. They got some of that country sweetness in them. And it was just a connection from that day. And so from the time we met, we've stayed in touch. And I kind of just watched from afar what you were doing, and not in a way where I'm judging or trying to critique, but just being a motivator and wanting to see you not give up and keep going and to encourage you like, hey sis, you got something great. I mean, come on. All people, when I see, I'm one of the biggest supporters of the African-American woman and women in general, but definitely my African-American women, because that's where I come from.
Yes.
Even though I'm Creole and I got all races in my bloodline, my mom and my family, women and my wife, and it's important to me because without y'all,
man,
this world, hey, I mean, they say this is a man's world, you know, yeah, okay.
That's what James Brown said, huh?
That's what he said.
Uh-huh.
But he was smart to add that part. It wouldn't be nothing without a woman's touch, without a woman's help, without a woman making us men, without a woman cooking, without a woman producing, writing, direct. Y'all do it all, man. Y'all do it all. And when it comes to the church, because without y'all, wouldn't really be no church.
You're right.
So when I see females like yourself or anybody that have gifts and talents, I'm like, look here, don't get discouraged. Don't worry about what. Don't look for man or woman to validate you. Just know that if God said it, that settles it. And then if you have to look at great mentors, just look at people like Oprah that started independently.
Right, you're right.
Oprah started independently. A lot of people don't know her and Sally Jesse Raphael started. Sally started in St. Louis on a public access network.
I never knew that. With those red glasses. That was my girl.
I was just gonna say, and you see you got yours, so hey, you got something going.
Okay, me and Sally got a C.
Right, she started with them red glasses, and it just took off way before social media was even invented.
It sure did. Wow.
And she found a way to have it syndicated, and she just kept it growing and growing and growing. And the lady now to this day, multi-millionaire, and of course you know the Oprah Winfrey story, the same thing started. And it's all about knowing what you have, protecting it, taking care of the paperwork. We talk. We talk.
Absolutely.
And ownership is key, especially being Black in this world we live in. You better own it. You better own it. You better own it. Stop selling yourself short. And so that I like to say that when I was with Hammer, that's what I learned. That was one of the main things I learned. Him and his brother, Louis Burrell, shout out to one of the best managers, businessmen I ever met in my life, Louis K. Burrell. Matter of fact, he out there in Vegas where you at. Wow. And he was instrumental in all the success that you ever see that took place for Stanley Kirk Burrell, A.K.A. MC Hammer, and all the groups that came after Hammer, Busted Records, management, everything. And I used to sit in the cut when I would be blessed to go to multi-million-dollar negotiating meetings with them and soak it all up like a sponge, never knowing that one day I would be in the driver's seat as a founder of a record company, my own film company now with my wife and my son, my own management company, and my own book publishing company, everything. They taught me that. They taught me the power of ownership, And so now I just share that with the next person that God tell me to share with, because I believe it's enough for all of us out here.
That's what I'm talking about. We need more people like you in the world. I'm telling you, more people like you. So big shout out to the Burrell family. Of course, everyone knows MC Hammer, but there are always people that are working in the background, making things come together and making, everything cohesive. So big ups to all of the teams out there, and big ups to you, Larry. Now, listen, I need an exclusive. Can you give me an exclusive? I got a question.
What's that?
Okay. Exclusively here on Talented Television.
Okay.
Now, I didn't watch the Soul Glow video. You have Let Your Soul Glow, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I need to know. Look at him, Rev Ruffus with the golden toothfess.
Look at that Jerry Curl. Look at that Curl. That boy is good. Look at them teeth.
Yes, look at them teeth. Okay.
Look at that smile. I love your smile.
You're so funny. Yes. So tell me this. Those pants that you had on, when you go to the Can't Touch This part, those had to be the pants that you had on tour. They have to be the real pants. What you say? No.
That news alert. News alert. Exclusive. Those pants were made by Paris Rodgers, A.K.A. Peaches.
Peaches made them Hammer pants.
My wife made them pants out of some old, I think that was I don't know what we used for fabric.
Tell Peaches she killed them pants. I just knew them pants had been on tour with all the people.
And everybody think that too. Everybody say, man, you still kept your hammer pants?
Right. I'm like, he had to have them at the back of the closet somewhere. That is so funny. I love that. Look, I have my own little hammer pants that I used to wear to like 6th, 7th grade dance, and they had polka dots. Right. But they ain't look like Peaches pants. Tell Peaches I need her to make me a pair of them today.
My wife have many talents.
She is very talented.
She's beautiful inside out. And one of her gifts, she loves to sew. She loves to cook and she loves to sew. And those are some things that, we're working on a cookbook for her clothing line, all those different things. And that's something you and her have in common because, you got your t-shirt line and we were blessed to get it. And she's been rocking that shirt.
Oh, wow.
I bought her two. I bought me one. I bought my son one.
Yeah.
Everybody been biting her that the queen shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, they love that one.
Wow.
And so
thank you.
Yeah, my wife, she's real quiet type person, but she's stern when she need to be.
Right.
And she's what I needed. You know what I'm saying? She was made for me. She was made just for me. Now we're not perfect by no meaning because nobody is.
Right.
But we are perfect fit. I tell you that.
I know that's right. That's beautiful.
She was made for me, and it's to death do we part, and we ain't gonna stop till the casket drop. And she's been very instrumental in my dreams coming true and my visions. Because like I said, when I first left St. Louis in '88, she was the first person I met, and I used to walk her to her dorm room. We met at a college party, and I used to walk her to her dorm room and just sit there and talk with her for hours and tell her all my dreams and visions that one day I was going to make it and be famous. And she used to always tell me, you can do it, you can make it, I believe in you, don't give up, don't stop. Yeah. And so who else deserves to be here with me when God is allowing this thing now to take off like a rocket? Nobody but her. Nobody but her. Even though before we got married and we dated from 88 to like 92, then we lost contact, and then I had other relationships and all that crazy stuff, but God brought us back together in 97. Then we got married in 99. And wow. it's been on and popping.
The rest is history.
There you go.
It's funny that you said you all are the perfect fit, because I was sitting here watching some of your videos with my mom one day, and we were just cracking up. I said, now how he get Peaches to cut up too? She fold them lips up real fast. She's like, and she be repeating the stuff. I say, okay, Peaches.
Y'all giving me too much credit. To God be the glory. That stuff already in her. I'm just helping her see it and tap it and bring it out.
Well, now that I hear your story, and you're talking about her, I see that it is her, that it's been in her all along. So you all are the perfect fit, for real.
Our son, Kim, he has it honest, because that was already in my wife. It was just that she was more in corporate America. She's an accountant by degree. She's been working in the financial world since she was like 16. And so all the theatrical and talent stuff was when she was in high school. And after high school, she went off to college and she didn't do anything else. She just started working in corporate America. But she wound up meeting this little fella here named Larry Rodgers, and she amazes me because I'd be like, wait a minute, I didn't know you could do that. And so that's why when God gave me Rev, he also gave me, I'm a family man, and I incorporate my family in everything I do.
Yes.
And I've always been that way. So I don't like traveling without my wife and my son. So I said, I got to find a way to make sure the promoters or whoever booked me, they got to bring y'all. I got to make it to where they ain't got no choice. So right. God told me to incorporate my wife and my son in my act. And so I was sitting, and once again, Holy Spirit, her real name is Paris. So I said, all of a sudden I heard Peaches.
Wow.
Then my son, of course, every man have a boy, he wanted to be a junior. So I'm Rev Ruffus with the Golden Toothfess. So little Rufus Junior the second.
Junior the second.
The second. And so, so I started incorporating. She came up with that voice. And listen, the funny thing, I had came up with this character way before I even came up with the character. Didn't even know God had gave me the character because I did it on one of my rap CDs. We did a skit because Rev's first name is Leroy Ruffus.
Oh, look at another exclusive. Was that another exclusive you just dropped?
Yeah, because ain't nobody never heard that but you. So Rev's first name is Leroy Ruffus. So you got Peaches Rufus, and then you got little Leroy Ruffus Jr. second. So, well, our real name, her real name is Paris.
Yes.
Peaches. My real name is Larry, Leroy, and then my son's real name is Langston, Lil Rufus. You get it? Yeah. So we just keep, and the Holy Spirit just give me all this stuff. We excited now because we working on our first feature film, Shake 'Em Off Like a Boss. And we're in rehearsals now as we speak, and it's coming out, Lord Say the Same, 2022. And this movie, it's hilarious. You know, exclusive. There you go, right there.
Come on, there it is, the script. That's it, right there.
That's the most important part right there.
Okay.
That copyright.
Okay. I'm like, what it say at the bottom? You say that's
copywritten. There it is.
Come on. Come on.
Yeah.
Yes,
so, you know,
now, if you need me to shoot something from Vegas, you just let me know, because I can get in there for you.
Hey, you know you're in the family.
I love it. Y'all working hard over there. I believe it's a beautiful thing. If you had some words of wisdom for an up-and-coming artist, like a little nugget, what would that nugget be for them?
God first and ownership.
Come on. Let me see. Move it on up so we can see.
That's Rev's DVD. And that's owned by us. This is our company. 4 words.
I know that's right.
4 words, everything. That's Rev CD. See, I ain't know Rev had no CD, huh?
Come on, shake them out.
Yeah,
like the boss.
Hey, we can go further. Just in case you get a little low on your stimulus package. Your stimulus
what Rev got?
Rev got you.
Wait a minute. Say something. Rev got his own money.
Rev, hey, Prince Hakeem from Coming to America ain't the only one got money. Rev got his own money. hey, and the clubs, they make it rain, but Rev make it spray.
Yeah. What's your spray called?
Jubilee Juice Activator.
Come on.
You see that gold bottle? Living my life like it's golden.
You Jubilee are too much. I'm going to have to get me a Jubilee bottle, so I can keep shining too.
I see you got them curly braids, but hey, one spray, your hair be like, not Rapunzel, but Rev Punzo.
Rev Punzo. Oh. You are
Rev Punzo. Not Rapunzel, but Rev
Punzo. You are so silly. Oh my gosh. I can't with you. I can only imagine like a cookout, family reunion, just a get together. You have us rolling for real.
But Kim, you know what? See, that's why we, when God, because like my son was in Hollywood and everything, but the Lord, it's just a lot of stuff in Hollywood that we don't really agree with. Yeah. And so you can't go in another man's house telling them what to do. You out of order doing that. So I don't want to sound bitter or disgruntled with Hollywood because, I believe they're going to do what they do, but God told us to do what we're going to do. And that's why now it's all about ownership and content and creating our own movies, TV shows, plays, merchandise, everything. And as they said in that movie, build it and they will come. So I believe once we get it to a certain level, Hollywood, they're going to come knocking and they're going to cut that check, but we will own it. And when I say we, that means when Lord forbid, but when my wife and I are gone, our son Langston will own all and everything. And they will have to go through him because he owns all of our intellectual properties, our estate, our property, our content, everything. And I want people to know that that's what God intended for it to be. You're supposed to leave an inheritance for your kids.
Absolutely.
And so I don't want my son to have to depend on nobody but God. I want him to work and help other people, but I don't want him to be dependent on nobody. Because when you're dependent on people, they can control you. Only person in control is G-O-D.
Absolutely. That's good talk. Yeah. Good. Yeah. A great message.
So we're not just making movies just to be making movies. It's ministry first, then industry after that.
Ministry and then industry.
There you
Okay,
go.
that's the tagline right there. Reverend Ruffus better sell that one too. Ministry and then industry. Y'all heard it here on Talented Television. So now it's one of my other favorite parts of the show. I love bringing guests on, but I love when y'all come on and show me what to do. So now, do you have something today for me where you can show me what to do?
Yeah. You know, people always saying, you know, they having issues and they want to, you know, and I'm not saying you have no issues, but this is what the main thing you need to do.
Okay.
Anytime you have issues, communicate with God about it.
Yeah.
You understand? All your issues, you need to communicate with God about it. And just in case you can't, you know, you don't understand on how to communicate with him, I just want you to call him up.
Oh my God.
And tell him what you want.
What's his number, Reverend Ruffus? What's the number?
777-9311.
I cannot. Don't y'all dial that number looking for Jesus.
You know what his number is? You know what his number is, Kim?
His
number is whatever you need. His number is whatever you need it to be.
I know that's right. That's right. Believe me, I done dialed him a million times.
Because he's not a respected person. So whatever you need God's number to be is what you need it to be.
Absolutely.
It's whatever you want it.
Yeah. Look, I dialed him. I've dialed him. And I will continue to dial him because I need him every day.
And speaking of you look good on Church Stars, girl. They hooked you up.
Thank you so much.
Shout out to Church Stars, Sister Nicole.
Shout out to Church Stars.
And the whole Church Star staff, Sister Stacy, Mr. and Mrs. Scott, them my people's boy, and Bishop and First Lady Newman and L. Belton Church Stars in the building. They got talented. Ooh, they got talented television looking good
in the building.
Hey, you was already looking good. They got you looking great.
Well, I thank you, and I thank them. Shout out to you, Sister Nicole from
I saw your flyer. You
and all the Church Stars family. Okay, I had to smile big.
I said, go, Kim.
That's it. God is good. I tell you that much. God is really good. So I can't complain.
In here, I'm sweating like I'm on probation.
You are so silly. Is the Reverend Ruffus there tonight, or are we able to see him?
Oh, Rev?
Yeah, the Rev.
Rev, he is in there getting his. I think he was eating some chicken or either getting his hair done.
We would love to see him.
Let me go tell him you want to. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hold on.
There he is. There he is.
Hey, Kimberly.
Oh my goodness, Reverend Ruffus, we so happy to have you here tonight. What do you want to talk about? You can talk about anything you want to.
Well, I was talking about this banana because I was eating and then Larry Rodgers came in and interrupted me from me getting my nourishment.
Nourishment.
Yeah. You know, that's how I stay all fit and trim. I had to eat this fruit.
Is that like a fruit of the spirit or what kind of banana is that?
Old taste and see.
Yeah. Well, I would love to taste and see because I ain't got no good bananas over here, okay?
I want to be selfish. Let me put that thing down. I ain't got nothing to share with nobody, so let me put it down.
Yeah.
Hey, kid, how you doing, girl?
I am good. Reverend Ruffus, what's been going on with you over there?
Hold on, I look a little dry. Hold on.
You getting camera ready?
I got to get camera fresh.
Fresh.
I'm on television, girl. What you talking about?
I know that's right.
You better recognize. You out there in Vegas? Shake them off.
Like a boss. I learned that from you.
Shoot. Let my soul glow. You out there. Look at you out there in Vegas. I got to get right. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. Reverend Ruffus, look, I need you to tell me what's been going on, what you got coming up, where the people can find you on social media. They need to know. And tell them about your Soul Glow video.
Oh, yeah. man, I shot that video in St. Louis, Missouri, and it was so fun. You know, that's really originally where I'm from. I'm from St. Louis. Everybody think I'm from California because, you know, they always run into some of my former members in the group Ready for the World.
You was in that group?
You know I was the lead singer, but Melvin started tripping because he wanted to call the song Oh Sheila. I said, no, man, I want to call it Oh Peaches.
Hey.
Oh Peaches. Then he gonna get mad at me. I said, man, I'm quitting the group. Because how you think I got my pretty girl? My Jerry curl. I
know that's right. That Jerry curl is right, too. It's wrapped just right.
Hold up. Okay.
So where can the people find you on social media?
They can go on Facebook, Rev Ruffus with the Golden Toothfess. Go on my Facebook page, okay?
Yes, indeed.
And then if you can't find that, just go see my homeboy Larry Rodgers. That's Rodgers, Rodgers like Dodgers. That's my manager. He take care of me.
Okay, so y'all close then.
Oh, we so close, we close.
Now that's real close.
Yeah, we so close. We so close, we close. We like toast. Go on, it's Larry Rodgers on Instagram. Let me see, what else? Larry Rodgers on Facebook, and then YouTube. You see all Rev Ruffus videos, Larry Rodgers on YouTube. Okay?
On YouTube, yes.
I need you to subscribe right now. Today. Don't delay. Don't play. Today. Check them out.
Awesome. I'm so glad to have you and Larry here today. You know, you all have really blessed talented television. You know, do you have any final words before I close out the show?
Well, no, look here. I want y'all to get ready for the movie now. Shake 'em like, did he talk about the movie? Did Larry talk about the movie?
He did talk a little bit about the movie, but what you got to say about the movie?
The movie gonna be off the chain in Jesus' name. It coming out 2022, the new year. It's called Shake 'Em Out Like a Boss from Forward Motion Pictures. It's starring myself, my beautiful, lovey-dovey Peaches, and my son, Larry Rodgers Jr. the second. Hold on, wait a minute. Fat lady. Yeah. Fat lady. Yeah. Peaches. Yeah. Come here, girl. Come on. I'm on part of the TV. Come here. Hey.
Oh, my goodness. Look at Peaches in the house. That's what I'm talking about.
Girl in the room is. Hey, girl in the room is.
Hey. We got the whole family. How y'all doing over there?
We doing good. Like a
I know that's right.
We doing good like firewood.
I love it. Now look, Lil Ruffus Jr. the second. Now I heard you like to dance and you like Michael Jackson. Let me see just a little move before we go. What you got for me?
Oh, give a pop like. Just give a pop like. Get it. Don't come here to us. I can see you. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Oh. 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 Okay, you need some activate. Okay. Come on. That was good, son.
Peaches, you looking good over there, girl. You know you stay. Look, Peaches, you stay loked up. I be seeing the dances and stuff, girl.
She from the west side. West side?
West side. Yes, indeed.
I like your dance too. They're cute.
Oh, thank you, Peaches. You know, I love Peaches' voice. It's high, and then you got Rufus in the middle. Y'all almost like the Three Little Bears. I love it. That family got it going on.
Thank you so much. We sure appreciate you. And we want to thank everybody that's watching all around the world, all our supporters. Y'all be looking for our new movie, Shake 'Em Out Like a Boss, with some hot sauce. It's coming out 2022, and we're going to make it do what it do. To God be all the glory. Thank you for supporting the Rev, because it's Rev Ruffus with the Golden Toothfess, Peaches, and Larry Rodgers Jr. the what? Second. And we so grateful to everybody that have bought the DVD, the CD, that laughed at me, laughed with me, all that. We appreciate it, and we thank you. Now, we want to be a blessing. If you Make sure you tune in to Talented Television.
That's right.
And if you tune in, we're going to see you some Jubilee Juice Activator.
All right, look, Not Talented Television having like sponsorship and stuff. Come on through.
So if your hair is nappy and scrappy and tatty, if you got cuckoo bucks if you got VDVs on the back of your neck, if your hair dry, we gonna make sure you got a lifetime supply of Jubilee Juice Activator.
You know what? I love y'all to pieces. Oh,
We love you too. It ain't nothing the devil can do. Hey, we love your mama too. Where your mama at?
My mama, she hiding in the background somewhere, you know, but she out.
Tell her we said let her soul glow and watch her blessings flow.
They say let your soul glow and watch your blessings flow, girl.
Shake them off.
She said, hey.
Hey! Shake them off like a boss.
Yes, indeed. Oh, you all have been a blessing to me today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. I appreciate you. All three of y'all.
Oh, 1, 2, 3. We in the place to see.
That's right.
Love me now.
Yes, thank you so much.
1, 2, 3, before we go. Let your soul glow. Let your soul glow. Oh, let your soul glow and watch your blessings flow. Say what? Let your soul glow. Hey, let your soul glow. Oh, let your soul glow and watch your blessings flow. Listen, Big Worm had a perm. Kid and play had hot top face. What, she's up and beat you got them braids. Isaac Hayes was bald, but Rev Ruffus got them all.
Hey.
Cause I got a cherry curl and I'm ready for the world. See my girl, help me get my girl. My girl, help me get my girl. My girl, her name is Peaches. And she the sweetest. Hey, let your soul glow.
Hey.
Let your soul glow and watch your blessings flow. Yo, let your soul glow, shake 'em off. Let your soul glow, shake 'em off. Let your soul glow and watch your blessings flow. And tell the devil he got to go.
He out of
We
here.
love y'all.
Bye. Thank you all so much. I appreciate it. And thank you for watching Talented Television with Kimberly Eichelle. Remember to subscribe and to download the Church Stars Network. There are so many talented people on this platform, including Rev Ruffus with the Golden Peaches, Rufus Jr. the second. Everybody in that family is going to be there, and so many more. So download Church Stars Network and tell a friend about Talented Television. If you're interested in being on Talented Television, please email me at talentedtelevision@gmail.com. Until next time, we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.